Yeah, good thinking. I'm gonna lower the music. It's already live. Just hold on to it. We'll just, I'll be right back. Just focus on this, because it's going live anyway. Kind of zoom in. Alright, I'm back. Now, of course, this is live broadcast, non-scripted, so to speak. Hi, my name is Omar Gallegos, co-owner of Perk's Coffee Cafe, and today we're here live for a book signing. We have Dr. Carl E. Coppock here to tell us a little bit about his book and the benefits of reading this book. So this is Dr. Coppock, and Dr. Coppock, I have a few questions for you about this book. So the first question that I have is, well, what caused you to write this book?
Well, I have some very close family members and friends who have struggled with weight problems for many years. And I have an academic background in animal nutrition, much of which would apply to humans. So I tried to figure out what I could say to them without appearing critical or judgmental of their excess weight. And so finally I decided to write a little book and hope that that might be a mechanism that I could deliver my message to them and provide them some helpful information if they would read it and take it seriously.
Great. All right. So I really like that, and of course here at Perks we try to do is with our healthy smoothies and healthy food, we have a variety of food. We definitely believe in what Dr. Coppock is trying to do. My next question is what is different about this book? What's different from this book and all the other books that are out there in the market?
Yeah, there are just thousands of books out on diets, so I don't think of my book as being a diet book. It doesn't suggests that you shouldn't eat certain foods. It doesn't have certain foods that you must eat. It is really a lifestyle change book. Change the way we think and deal with eating. And I've outlined 10 steps, which I think will be very helpful to people if they can follow them. So the first step would be the most important perhaps, is to start the primary meals with a small glass of water, a small serving of vegetables, a small serving of fruits. And then chew repeatedly. Chewing is very important because it does two things for us. It produces saliva, which neutralizes our stomach acid, and it helps promote a concept called satiety. That means feeling full so that you no longer feel like you just have to keep eating and eating and eating. So chewing is important. And focus on eating slowly. So many of us have probably gotten in the habit, as I know I did in college, of grabbing food, big bites, quick minimal chewing, swallow, on to the next one without even thinking of what I was eating or doing, really. And so it's important to select small portions, small bites, and chew repeatedly. So we're talking about a change in the style of eating. No longer appropriate to take a large serving, wolf it down quickly. So I would cut those bites in half and focus on chewing, in many cases 25 times. Not everything can be chewed 25 times, but many can. So I would say do not conclude the meal if you're hungry. Go back to the vegetables and fruits that you began the meal with if you're still hungry. Another point, when you brush your teeth, as soon as you finish eating, reduce the temptation to start snacking again on something else. And I think supporting cash is helpful. Your close family members, significant others and friends, you hope will encourage you and say, hey, you're doing good, keep it up, keep going, you're doing the right thing. You're setting long-term goals. And goals should be not only long-term, but reasonable and modest. We shouldn't try to see how fast we can lose a lot of weight. That's going to be very difficult to sustain because our metabolic systems and the hormonal systems in the body need time to adapt. And if we try to push it too fast, we'll just get hungry and we won't be able to maintain our new lifestyle. So I think it's important to monitor and reward the progress. And then another important concept of this book is to combine this eating style with an exercise regimen that you enjoy. If you don't enjoy the kind of exercise you're doing, it won't last long. But if you can find something that you really enjoy doing, sometimes with someone else, maybe as simple as walking the dog, but whatever it is, emphasize it, build it into your lifestyle, and keep going.
All right. Great. So, lots of great information. Of course, you can get a lot more information from the book itself. He just went over hitting the high points, the 10 steps. Very scientific and practical. More than anything, practical.
I like to emphasize that these are not just my opinions. I study the literature. This is what I did in academia. Study the literature. And I cite 80 articles based on good solid science. Back up my recommendations. So it's not just an opinion book. It's really based on solid science.
And more on the academia. I understand you're a retired professor now. If you can please tell us where you taught and brief bio, if you would.
Okay, I began my career at the National Agricultural Research Center in Beltsville, Maryland. Then I went to Cornell University, where I spent 13 years on the staff there, and 1 year was spent on a sabbatical at Purdue University. And then I moved back to Texas A&M, where I'd received my master's degree many years before as a professor of dairy science. I taught dairy cattle nutrition, worked on nutrition papers, published in scientific papers. A number of papers, manuscripts that I had done my research in, and worked with graduate students and taught them. So and then after I finished Texas A&M, I did some consulting for commercial dairies and some pharmaceutical companies.
Wow. So it's a lot. It's a lot of great information. Definitely an authority in the subject. So, lots of years dedicated to eating healthy, living and eating healthy. Well, that's great, and I'm glad to have you here. I have a book of yours, and if you could please sign it for me, I'd be honored. You have your own book.
I'd be glad to do that. I've signed a lot of them.
And of course, so we're here today. We're open till 2 p.m. So if you're out there watching, please stop by. We'd love to have you here at Perk's Coffee Cafe. Of course, we're right across the street from Marshall High School on Eckerd Road, right off of Bandera. You can find more information on Dr. Coppock's website. So if you can please share with the public where they can go and get that information.
Yeah. I have a website called losethediet.net. Losethediet.net. And on that website I have a list of blogs which I have written, at least 10, maybe 12, about various subjects of nutrition that I cover in the book, and some more recent information. There's been just a recent release about the nutritional label that is now being changed and updated and expanded. And I've written a blog on that recently, and that just happened in May this year.
All right. Okay, great. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. And again, please come visit us at Perk's. We're here till 2, and learn a little more about lose the diet, lose the weight. And he's here to answer questions for you and to sign the book. All right, thank you. Till next time.